Alright, in this video, I want to talk about hut reads and how to actually set them up and use them. Now, a hut read is a route that's either set up in the play or a hut route that you put into the play because of a blitz. So, let's do that. I'm going to actually use my custom playbook here. So if it looks weird to you and you're wondering what I'm using, it's custom. I'm going to use something like streaks here, and let's look at a blitz with just a simple one, like a linebacker, just one linebacker coming in. There we go. Let's use the cover one blitz here.
Here we go.
All right, so in this play, the mic, where you see the M on the fellow there, that guy's blitzing. Now, you're not in a situation right here where you're worried about not picking up the blitz, right? But I'm going to use this as just an example. If you're actually worried that somehow it's glitching in, you know how sometimes Madden and even college football, there's like a weird glitch, like Madden 24, for some reason, you had to set things up a certain way to be able to have your lineman pick up in left of screen A-gap blitz. The A-gap is right between the center and guard there on the left side. You see how State has a star here on their left guard, 74. And right to his right, that's the A-gap there on the left side. For some reason in Madden 24, you had to set your blocking up a certain way so that they couldn't just like rush 3 or 4 players and get like an A-gap blitz where they have like good coverage right behind it and almost get in every time. But let's say you're worried about that, right? And you identify the mic here, he's blitzing. And you're worried about him getting in quick. So what you would do, since this is the play art here, let's just say these are all streaks. What are you going to do about that? Well, you run a route right to where he is. And let's just run this real quick. And it was actually the other linebacker who blitzed. Still able to get that off. I didn't know it auto flipped here, so let's switch that. He's still covered. This is just the first blitz I wanted to show. Just a quick example of you could do a slant, a drag. We know he's coming in right there. Let's throw to where he was. Easy, right? You're not necessarily going to pick up a bunch of yards. You're just getting rid of the ball. It's a hut read. You're like, oh crap, I got to get rid of it. That's why it's hot, right? It's a hot potato. It's fire. Get it out of your hands, or else it's going to explode and everybody dies. Okay? It's just you take what you can get, right? So let's look at some different blitzes here. I guess I'll use the same play or something like it. Okay. Let's do a double mug. You see a lot of people doing this double mug blitz here, the mid blitz 0 here.
Here we go.
And you're like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to be able to block everybody, right? Because let's say you're empty. You don't have a running back there. You don't have a tight end right there. You're like, what am I going to do here? Well, what you do is something like, let's do a full slide. Normally, you would not do full slides, but in this case, we're going to. So what we do is like, we're going to full side left. You could go either way. And in this case, we had the running back, hopefully to slow down that guy if he does blitz. So what you would do is you would take X right there, and you do something simple, like you could put him on a hitch, or a slant, or a drag. We're going to do a slant, because he has off coverage right here. And what we would do is watch that guy. Let's put the mic on him. Ah, crap. I already knew he was blitzing, so I threw that in accidentally. I forgot you have to hold it and then hit X we're gonna, that guy right there. So that Mike fella there. So we'll do a full slide. So we're not worried about everybody to the left of him getting in. We are worried about him getting in, because even with a running back on him, he's a rusher, right? We don't know if he's a stud linebacker, defensive end, he's going to have no problem with a running back and just going to get in anyway, right? Even if we had a tight end on him, we would still be worried about him. So what we would do, since we shifted the line to the left, like I said, we'll just do something like put this guy on a quick slant. We're not going to read anything else. What we're going to do is watch the guy why did it change? Alright, probably because I shift the line. Alright, it's probably going to change it again when I do that. I'm just putting the mic on him, so when I do this, you can see who I'm talking about. What I'm going to do is watch him. If he blitzes, I'm just going to throw it quick. He blitzes, throw it. Not expecting to get big yards. Matter of fact, I'll try to possession catch it to get down so that he doesn't get laid out. So there's a quick little hut read. You could do it differently too. We can do a full slide, and let's ID him again. So I don't know what happened there. Let's reset. It shifted. I don't know what I did to do that, but anyway, there we go. So let's say we're going to shift the same way. We're still going to watch him, but instead, those guys there, let's make sure circle goes out deep. We're going to do a clear out. We're not going to block the running back. What we're going to do is, let's put him on a flat route here. So what we'll do is we're going to watch him because we know, hey, nobody else is going to be able to cover him. He comes blitzing in. We just dump it off. And in this case, we got some big yards out of it. Right, because we planned ahead. We did streaks to draw the coverage back. The guy who should be covering him wasn't covering him. So, wide open, right? And you can do this without having to use, let's just change the formation up. Alright, let's take a look at the formations I got here. Alright, let's look at one with let's do an empty. Do I have an empty with a tight end there? I don't think I do. We'll use this, I guess. Let's do something like just streaks, verticals. I guess we'll do that. Let's do the same blitz here. Alright. So what we do here is, you see how they're already shifted to the right? So what we're going to do is just use that. And if we see that guy blitz, what we're going to do is we're going to try to hit triangle here on the drag. He's going to be the hot route, because of course when you're doing streaks, you want a big play. But you're like, oh crap, they're blitzing me. So you check, alright, I got the 5 guys here covered. Yeah, they might be a stud, somebody might get through, but I'm not going to worry about them so much. That guy who's not blocked, though, I'm going to worry about him. So, because sometimes you know how you don't know if they're going to blitz. They may be looking like they're going to blitz. So that's why you do the hut route. You watch him. Oh, he came in. Let's just dump it. And he doesn't have to. I'm going to do it with different routes here. Since they automatically have it shifted all the way to the right, let's put him on a hitch. That should work as well. So you get him to drive back. Boom. That actually picked up more yards. You got the corner to actually start to go back. You see that guy, he blitzed. Throw it in. That one, he able to break it up. But you're not getting sacked. You're not just throwing it up, 50-50 ball, or just throwing it into coverage. You're planning it out. Though that's what a hot route is. Hot read. You're just doing something quick because you're getting blitzed and you want to get them to stop blitzing. As a matter of fact, let's just try a couple of different things here. We'll put that guy on a hitch too, so you could read it either way. You see that guy coming in. Boom, right? You see that they're playing off. Now, if they're playing on coverage, you could do that a little bit differently. not use that same route. You can even potentially use a streak. So let's go to a play. And let's change it up here. Let's see if we got a corner blitz here. Let's turn off auto flip so I know where the blitz is coming. This one's going to be a zone.
Here we go.
All right. So we know the corner on the right is blitzing. So what you can do is something like a streak sometimes. This is if you think the guy on him is going to just blitz in. We have everybody supposed to be picked up, right? So you see him, the coverage split right there, the guy blitzed in. That was a dump off. That was just a hot read. I wasn't trying to make a big play here. It just happened to be that way. That guy comes blitzing in. Probably not the best blitz, huh? At least against 5 wide here, right? But you see how your hot read doesn't have to be a quick dump off. If the guy right on top of him is blitzing, let's try it with this guy. Probably not going to have the same effect. He's playing a little bit back. He's not on the line of scrimmage there. But you're like, oh, the guy right on him is blitzing. And I tried to do the dump off there because everybody stayed away from him. But I'm a little slow. So you see everybody just kind of got out of the way. And boom. That's a hot read. I'm not sure if I can... Oh, here's another thing you can do for a hot read. If you have... Go to your audibles or whatever. I'm just going to have to go to concept here. And go to some screen passes here. So if they like to blitz, just find your favorite screen. I would like to, that's strange, I don't really have running back screens except for the loop-de-loop ones here. So I guess that's what we'll do here. I should probably put some of those in my playbook here. So we're just going to use this mountain swing one. And we'll come against a blitz a lot of people are using. It's a mid blitz here. And this actually might work even better because the guy covering him, let's see if I can mic him. I can't mic him. Alright, the guy between these guys, the free safety over there, I can't click on him for some reason. I can't put the mic on him. Guy right behind this guy here. That guy should be the guy who's covering the running back if everybody on the front line's blitzing. If they're not all blitzing, then it would be one of the linebackers probably in the middle there. But that's the good thing if it's man coverage anyway. This is going to help them get open, and you're just letting the rush get in. This isn't one of those screens where they really let the rusher get in, so it's not a good example. But when they're blitzing, sometimes you can just let them come in and do a quick screen, and you dump it off. Like you planned for it to get them to not to blitz. So we know they're blitzing. We see the guy covering him, trying to get over there quick. And sometimes you just get some yards, and sometimes you get a big play. But we know they're blitzing. We're not going to hold on to it. Everybody's right in my face while I'm making this throw. Boom, right? Those are hot reads. So, with all that being said, thanks for watching. And football is fun. I enjoy it. I hope you enjoyed these little videos. But you got to be ready for what's to come upon this world soon. We see things not looking too bright, like the dollar collapsing, the economy collapsing. You never know if there's going to be something that starts a civil war here or world war. You know, some of it's just fear porn and fear mongering, yes, but it is something that you need to take into consideration that it's a possibility with everything that's going on in the world. So you need to make sure you're right with God so that you can relax and play games like this while the world falls apart around you. Because if you have put your trust in Jesus Christ for the salvation of your soul, then it doesn't matter what happens today, tomorrow, or the next. when you die, you know where you're spending eternity. Because you've given your life over to God so that Jesus can die in your place at the cross. And with that exchange of you giving your life to God, He gives you His. So that you don't have to answer for yours. Because I don't know you, but I know you're like me. We've all have things that we have said and done that we wish we could take back. And if we were judged by those things, we ourselves would condemn ourselves. Yet alone a perfect God and all of heaven that has never done anything wrong. We don't fit in, we don't belong in heaven, we shouldn't go there, but God is freely allowing us in if we would sacrifice ourselves by faith to Jesus Christ at the cross. And then you're not going to have to worry about what happens. Because it doesn't matter what happens here in this world. You can chill out, relax, enjoy some football, and try to reach others with the gospel like this. Play some football, learn a little thing here, and that's that. And I guess since you stayed to the end, I will actually go to a different playbook real quick so that I can show you the screen pass. I'm just going to go to a random one here. I've been using my own. I call it the power run and shoot. That's why it's the PR right there, just in case you were wondering. Let's do spread because I know spread has a bunch of screens. And I'll show you how this is actually very effective against people who blitz. It's what I used to do back in the old Maddens when you didn't have all these crazy plays like read options and RPOs and stuff. You could just do a simple screen pass. And let's see if we can find one. You know what? I keep forgetting we can come over to concepts. Just go to screen pass and see what we can get. This is some bubble screens. Wow. Is this like my playbook all over again? This is unfortunate. Alright. I'll thank you for your patience while I try a different playbook. We'll just do a... I have no idea. Let's see if an air raid has it. If not, I don't know. I might just keep going until I find it. Be stubborn like that. I guess one of these wide receiver screens is quite similar. So we can do one of these here. Let's try one of these Rita ones. Alright, so let's say they're doing this blitz here, and they're just whooping you with that. The screen may not be the best, but you see how you let them in, you throw this pass. This is probably not the best screen to do against this. A running back screen would be best, especially with the man coverage, because most likely it's a safety manned up on your running back, so they have to come running all the way down. But with them having man right here, not the best. But you get the idea. You let them come in. You don't try to block them. You're not trying to pass deep on them. You let them run at you, and you just throw right behind the blitz. And in this case against man, not the best. Usually do these kind of screens against zone anyway. But this is an option. You see how all these guys run out, they try to make a little line, but they don't really go out there for some reason. But you can see that the play art, they're supposed to all go out there and be blocking for this receiver, but they seem to be waiting way too long, in my opinion. That time they went out, but yeah, that's that. a hut read can also be just audibling to a screenplay, and then you could deal with the blitz like that. But yeah, and sometimes it's not just about the blitz. Sometimes it's just about them having a good line that keeps getting in. You can slow them down by doing quick passes and screen passes. But with all that being said, thanks for watching. Take care.